Hey guys, you're here with your girl D, and I think it's high time that I do my coming out video. So get ready for some long ass shit. I'm wearing a hoodie, my friend's old hoodie that she left here before she went to New York. Cause I'm cold in my house. It's really cold here, you guys. I need a cuddle buddy. Okay, so here's my coming out story. I always knew like there was something different about me. Like I always looked at girls differently like than girls looked at guys. Like I'd be like, oh, he's cute, but if I see a girl, I used to be like, damn, he's fine. Like she's fine. Ooh, he's fine. Ugh. So I think it was like 5. Like I was 5, and these are some like clues that I knew. Like I look back on it now, and I know I should have freaking figured out that I love the ladies. So like in kindergarten, I had that little kindergarten boyfriend. You know that one kid. His name was Nicholas. He had blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah, I dated a little white boy, and he was he thought I was cute. I just did it. I don't know why. And we used to play Legos together and put shit together and play cars. Then he fucked shit up and he kissed me on the cheek and I pushed him into a huge block of Legos and he cried and did I get in trouble? No, I didn't get in trouble. But yeah. So and another thing that happened was like when I was 8, I had a big crush on Michelle Rodriguez after I saw her in Girl Fight. By the way, that's a good ass movie. Go watch that shit. I recommend it. And I just thought she was the finest thing on earth. And I was like, oh my god. I used to say to my mom, that girl is so fine. She'd be like, Dominique, you don't even know what you're talking about. I was like 8. I was like, she's so motherfucking fine. Mom was like, don't fucking curse in my house. So, time goes on. And I still thought of girls, but I didn't know who I could turn to and talk to about it. Like at the time, there was no one like that was gay. I didn't have that one friend that was gay. All my friends were straight, and if they kissed a girl, they really didn't say anything about it or anything like that. So I was like I had boyfriends, I had a bunch of boyfriends, and broke up with them. I didn't even last long with them. I think my longest relationship was one, and it was like for a year, and I didn't even like him kissing me or like I would hold his hand and stuff, but I didn't like him kissing me, and if I did kiss him, it was like a little pop kiss. So, um, around like 15, I dated my first girlfriend. And if you want to know more about my first girlfriend, you can go ahead and go watch the Gorgeous Gay channel, and I have that video somewhere. I was gonna say, if my brother comes into this shit interrupting me, I'm gonna punch him in the face because he always interrupts me. So I just started having more of an attraction to girls, and at first I was like, maybe I'm bi. I didn't want to come out and say it because then I was like, I had some friends like who have said things about gay and lesbian people, and they're like, that's so gross, blah 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 blah. So I was like, oh god, I don't want to come out. And then I'm in high school, and then I had a few friends, that started coming out and stuff like that. So I was just like, well, maybe I could just say I'm bi and people accept it. And I said it to like my close friends, and they were like, "You're a lesbian," and I was like, "No, I'm bi," because I was scared that they would be like, "Oh, bitch, fuck you, blah blah blah. I don't want to fucking talk to you anymore. You're disgusting." I hear all kind of horrible stories, and I was just like, "Oh my god." So about I think I was in my junior year, and I was dating my girlfriend. Well, not my girlfriend now. I don't have a girlfriend now, but my ex-girlfriend. And she was just like, "You should tell your grandma." And I was like, I don't know about that. And see, I have a gay relative. I'm not gonna put their, business out there, but I do have a gay relative, and she was okay with that. So I was thinking maybe, she might be okay with me. So I told her, Grandma, I'm gay, and She was just like, you need to never talk about this again. You're only 16 years old. You don't know what you want. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I've had boyfriends, and I don't feel that way. I feel, and I told her, I was in a relationship with a girl, and she told me, that's not acceptable. I don't accept it. I don't like it. Blah, blah, blah. And she, let's just say that whole night, I cried my eyes out. I woke up that morning and I was still crying. Like, I went to my best friend and I was crying and I just held her and I was just like, why am I not accepted? Like, I'm still the same person. I just happen to like girls. So after that, I was scared to come out to my mom. By the way, I lived with my grandma when I was in high school and middle school. So that whole time, I basically had to act like I was straight. And when she would ask me if I still like girls, I would tell her no because I didn't want to cause any problems. So from the age of 16 to like basically until now, I hid who I was, from her. Then I started dating Destiny, and we were together for a while. We were engaged, and I was scared to tell my mom because I didn't know how she would react. I had told my brother like at some point, and he was just like, "Whatever, I don't care. That's you, you know. I'm still gonna love you. You just happen to like chicks, and at least we can check chicks out together." So I told, well, I was engaged, and it came a point where I was just terrified of coming out because of what my grandmother said. I was like, if she doesn't like it, maybe my mom will hate me. And at the time, she was like, me and her were getting closer than what we were before. And I was just like, I don't want to mess that relationship up. So I had my engagement ring on, and my mom asked me. I'll never forget it. It was me, Destiny, and Amanda. And my mom asked me, "Oh, what was that ring from?" And I made up some excuse. I said I found it, and I felt horrible because I saw the heartbreak in Destiny's eyes. Like, am I forever gonna be a secret? And I wanted to come out so bad, you guys. I really did. I wanted to come out and tell her everything, but I was just too afraid. And unfortunately, me and her ended up breaking up. And, we're no longer together. We're still good friends. I still hadn't came out at that time. So, um, I had stuff on my Facebook page and stuff of me and Destiny. We were, kissing and holding hands, and we posted stuff like, the stuff, babe, I love you too. And my family member saw it, and he was like, I knew it, blah blah blah. You don't need to be together. And then he showed my grandmother, and my grandmother was just like, you're not gay, are you? And I was just crying. I was in college. I had class the next day. I was like upset. I stayed up until basically 5 o'clock in the morning crying, knowing I had a 7 a.m. class. I could hardly sleep. I did that whole like sleeping on and off thing. That's how horrible it was. It was definitely like the most horrible experience. And my mom at first she was like, it's a phase, it's a phase, it's a phase, and I just like ignored it. I just wanted it all to stop. They wanted me to break up with her. I wouldn't break up with her, and then the relationship became secret. Time passes, we break up, me and Destiny, and just because of different things. And it came a point where I was staying with her, and I tried to commit suicide, and I was that unhappy, and I ended up having to go to a mental hospital for, a day. And I remember just crying, and my mom and my dad calling me, and my brother calling me crying, and I felt like I was the worst person in the world. And a police officer, like I was with, I just kept crying, and she told me, your mom's not gonna hate you. I'm trying not to cry, but it's hard. I just remember just crying and crying and crying. And I just felt like I wasn't going to be accepted, and my mom was going to hate me. And she was like, well, the police officer said you're her child, she's not going to hate you. no matter what, she's not gonna hate you. You're her kid. She cannot hate you. Maybe she might not like it, but she'll learn to accept it and everything. And she was just like telling me, I should stop, hurting myself because she had a brother, who did all that stuff. And she basically, told me some things and it made me think. I just remember crying. I was so upset to the point where they couldn't check me into the mental side of the hospital that I had to go on the regular side of the hospital, the adult emergency room, because my blood pressure was so high I couldn't calm down. My mom saw me. I cried. She cried. She was like, "What's wrong? Can you tell me?" And I just told her that I can't take it anymore. I can't take people not, loving me for who I am. And she was like, "I love you." And she called my aunt. My aunt prayed. People were praying for me. So I got out and I came back home for school and stuff. I just decided that living on campus was not the best thing for me, and I needed to switch schools because I wasn't even happy at that school. And time passes by, and I really started getting my mama to Glee. And as you know, Santana, it was the episode we were watching where Santana, realized she was a lesbian, and she came out to her grandmother. And her grandmother told her to get out of her house, and she never wanted to see her again. And I broke down crying. That episode made me just break down and cry. And I ran to my room and I cried. And my mom was like, "What's wrong?" And I just kept crying. And I was like, I'm not happy. I feel like I'm keeping a secret from you. And she said, "Tell me, Dominique. I'm gonna love you. Just tell me." And I told her, "Mom, I'm a lesbian. I'm gay." It came out my mouth, and for some reason, it felt like the whole world was lifted off my shoulders. It's a hard story for me to tell. And she told me, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Have you been sexually with the guy?" I said, "No, but I've been sexually active with a girl." And she asked me if it was the person who she thought it was, and I said, "Yeah." She says, "Are you sure, Dominique?" I said, "I'm positive, Mommy. This is who I am, and I can't change that." And she said, "I'm gonna love you no matter what," and everything. And she helped me. I cried. She didn't cry. She was just like, "I love you and I accept you who you are." So she asked me if she wanted me to tell my dad, if I wanted to go tell my dad, and I told her I don't think I could tell him because, yeah, think about it. My dad is an army guy, and I didn't know how he was gonna accept it because at times he can be closed-minded about certain things. So she told him for me, and he was just like, "I'm not mad. I mean, like, I kind of expected." He was like, "At least she can't get pregnant." So I was happy with that. So I came out when I was 19. It's been a year later. Right now, like, literally, like, well, not this day, but around this time, I came out. And ever since then, everything's just been out in the open. I talk to my mom about everything, relationships. She asks me questions. Like the other day, she asked me, um, "So you don't like guys, but how did you know that you were, gay?" And I told her it's the same thing as like, you know, knowing that you like guys. The same way you love daddy, I will love a girl that way. And she told me, "Okay, I understand. I'm just trying to understand it more." She talks about it with me. She makes jokes, like she knows that most of my friends are gay. She'll come over. Like my Amanda comes over, and like when it was National Coming Out the Closet Day or whatever, coming out day, she was like, I was like, "Mommy, it's National Coming Out Day. Time for people to get out the closet." And she was like, "But you guys are back in the closet. Do you guys have to go back in the closet in order to come out on this day again? You have to do that every year?" And we just laugh about it. My dad's cool with it. He asks me questions. My brother, he's always been cool with it. My grandma, I don't talk to her about it. I don't talk about my love life. I don't think I'll let her meet a girlfriend or anything like that, which sucks. because it's not like I want to keep them a secret. It's just like I know that it will start a lot of family drama, and it's drama that I just don't need in my life. And it will bring back memories of the first time I came out to her. That family member, I don't tell them about it, even though they tell me about theirs. This is a hard story, you guys. My heart is just like going. I just keep going back like into other things, like a bunch of emotions are hitting me right now. But yeah, mostly everybody knows that I'm gay. Nobody has a problem with it, and if they did, then they weren't truly my friend or truly someone that I thought I could keep in my life. I've actually had one of my friends who at first was totally against it. One of my closest friends, she was totally against it, and now I talk to her about it like no problem. And you know what? And she just realized you're still the same person. You're just like chicks. That's it. And that's all I could ask. There's nothing more I could ask for is for them to understand that I'm still the same person. If you're trying to come out to somebody, just remember, and you need to tell them this, I'm still the same person. I'm always gonna be that same person. Just because I like the same sex doesn't mean that I'm a totally different person. As you can tell, I didn't go and cut my hair. Um, I didn't freaking go and get a whole bunch of plaid shirts and stuff, and I don't know, I'm not handy with anything, and I don't play sports with balls because I don't like balls. But I think I've grown up, if anything, just like anybody else in life. You grow up, you figure shit out, you tend to, experience more things as you grow up, and I've learned from those experiences. I think my style has changed, has my dressing style changed. I think I'm more relaxed because at first I was trying hard to fit into something that I wasn't, but now I really don't care or anything like that. Like I still like to, look good and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I don't dress like a bum, but if I want to wear some sweatpants and a tank top or a t-shirt and some slides, I'll go ahead and do it. Before, when I lived with my grandma, she wouldn't allow me to get out of the house like that. My mom doesn't care. She's like, girl, I don't care. But that's my coming out story. It's really long. I'm sorry. Hopefully, maybe someone hears my story who's going through the same thing and can learn from that and remember that if you do come out and you feel like you have nobody, you have me. Just hit me up. And you can hit me up if you go to my channel page. I have my Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr, I'm sure. And you can hit me up on there. But that's it. That's my coming out story. It was a lot, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. I wouldn't. I don't regret ever coming out. I don't. Sometimes wish I came out a different way. I don't wish that I would have came out earlier. I just thank God that I have my family and the friends that I have who accept me for who I am and doesn't want me to change. Okay? That's it, you guys. That's my video. See you Friday. Well, Friday on the Gorgeous Gays channel. And get ready for an interesting topic. Okay? Bye, guys, and I hope you have a good night.